Dear students, today we are going to discuss about chemical properties of amines. So last class we completed a preparation of amines and the physical properties. Then today we start chemical properties of amines. First one, alkylation process, and as we know this is a substitution reaction. When we take a primary amine, the hydrogen will be replaced by some other groups. So if it is alkylation process means a hydrogen will be replaced by an alkyl group, so we get a different products. So consider an alkyl halide, methyl bromide. Okay. So initially we take primary amine. When alkyl halide like methyl bromide is added with primary amine, the hydrogen will combine with the bromine and which will leave us a hydrogen bromide. So there is a liberation of hydrogen bromide. So now the hydrogen is replaced by a methyl group. Okay. So from primary amine we have obtained a secondary amine. By the addition of one molecule of methyl bromide we have obtained a secondary amine. And instead of a single molecule, if you take two molecules, take two molecules of methyl bromide, both the hydrogen atoms will be replaced by the methyl groups, so we will get tertiary amine. So this is a substitution reaction. Both the hydrogen atoms are replaced by methyl groups, we get tertiary amine. Instead of two molecules, take three molecules of methyl bromide, two hydrogen atoms will be replaced by methyl groups, and remaining one more molecule of methyl bromide will make as a salt. So we will get a quaternary ammonium salt. So by having three molecules of methyl bromide with the primary amine, we may get quaternary ammonium bromide salt. Second one, instead of alkylation, now we are going to do acylation process. So for that we take the reactant acetyl chloride, CH3COCl. So acetyl group will be introduced, okay. CH3CO group will be introduced, or else we can say the hydrogen atom of amine will be replaced by acetyl group. So this is called acylation or acetylation. We take a primary amine, ethylamine, hydrogen is replaced by CH3CO group, acetyl group. So we get the product N-ethyl acetamide. So hydrogen combines with the chlorine, which is leaving us hydrogen chloride. We get the product N-ethyl acetamide. We assume that this is the derivative of acetamide. What is the formula of acetamide? CH3CONH2. So CH3CONH2 is acetamide. Now the hydrogen is replaced by ethyl group. So we assume that this is a derivative of acetamide. So from acetamide, a hydrogen is replaced by ethyl group, like that we assume. So this is a derivative of acetamide. So name is N-ethyl acetamide. Next, benzylation process. So we have completed acylation or acetylation. Next one is benzylation process. What is benzyl group? C6H5CO. So if benzyl group is substituted, the reaction is called a benzylation reaction. So for that we take aromatic amine, aniline. So aniline will react with benzyl chloride, C6H5COCl, and the hydrogen of aniline will combine with chlorine of benzyl chloride, which will leave us hydrochloric acid. So hydrogen is replaced by a benzyl group, isn't it? From aniline, hydrogen is replaced by a benzyl group C6H5CO, so we get the product. And as usual, we know the amide, benzamide. What is the formula for benzamide? C6H5CONH2. Now we assume that this is the derivative of benzamide. One hydrogen is replaced by a phenyl group, so we may call this as N-phenyl benzamide. So this benzylation reaction of aniline is called what? Scott and Baumann reaction, and the reaction is taking place in the presence of pyridine. Okay. So we have completed alkylation, acylation, benzylation. Next, a repeated public 5-mark question. The reaction of amines with nitrous acid is an important test to identify the primary, secondary, and tertiary amine. If you have amine, you can identify them as primary or secondary or tertiary by reacting them with nitrous acid. So this is a repeated question. So we will get different products with different amines. A primary amine will give you alcohol. Secondary amine will give you nitrous or substituted product. Tertiary amine will give you quaternary ammonium salt. So due to different products formed when amine combines with nitrous acid, different products formed. Based on the product obtained, we can easily identify the amine. The amine is belonging to what category, primary or secondary or tertiary. To identify primary amine, we have some more tests like a carbylamine test or mustard oil reaction to identify the secondary and tertiary amine. So this reaction of amine with the nitrous acid is an important reaction. So first we take a primary amine called ethylamine, C2H5NH2. Now we are going to react this with nitrous acid, HNO2. HNO3 means a nitric acid. This is nitrous acid. Now how to prepare nitrous acid? For preparing the nitrous acid, usually we take the mixture of salt, sodium nitrite with concentrated hydrochloric acid. So this reaction will be common in organic chemistry. In most of the lessons we will see this. So the mixture of sodium nitrite and concentrated hydrochloric acid represents what? Nitrous acid, because this will give you sodium chloride and nitrous acid. Okay. So ethylamine reacts with nitrous acid. For that we may take the mixture of sodium nitrite and hydrochloric acid. It will produce a diazonium salt. Okay, this is called ethyl diazonium chloride salt, which is unstable in nature. So we do further hydrolysis process. We get alcohol with the liberation of nitrogen. So primary amine always produces alcohol with nitrous acid. So this may come in 1 mark also. Next we can take aromatic amine. How aromatic amine is reacting with nitrous acid. So we take aromatic amine aniline, which combines with the nitrous acid. Nitrous acid is nothing but what? A mixture of sodium nitrite and hydrochloric acid. Now the reaction is taking place at very low temperature. Right? So 273 to 278 Kelvin temperature is maintained. At this low temperature, we get as usual salt. So primary amine, ethylamine produces ethyl diazonium chloride. In the same way, aniline produces diazonium salt, benzene diazonium chloride. So comparing aliphatic, this aromatic diazonium salt is somewhat having more stability. So ethyl diazonium chloride is highly unstable. So further hydrolysis produces alcohol. If you take benzene diazonium chloride, this has somewhat more stability, but the stability will not exist for a longer time. So this is a short time stability for benzene diazonium chloride. Okay. So with the liberation of sodium chloride as well as water. Now the reaction is called a diastosation reaction. So this is an important reaction. In the next topic we will discuss how to prepare benzene diazonium chloride. The same reaction we will study. The reaction is called a diastosation reaction. Okay. Next, reaction of secondary amine with nitrous acid. So we take a secondary amine here. It's called a methylphenylamine, common name. UPOC name N-methyl aniline. So this is assumed as a substituent in aniline. Hydrogen of aniline is replaced by a methyl. So UPOC name can be said as N-methyl aniline, which reacts with the mixture of sodium nitrite and constant hydrochloric acid, which provides what? Nitrous acid. So this mixture will provide nitrous acid. During the addition of nitrous acid with secondary amine, there is a liberation of water molecule. Okay. Hydrogen from amine and OH group from nitrous acid will leave us water molecule. So we get nitroso substituted aniline. Okay. Now the hydrogen is replaced by nitroso group. Okay. So this is N-nitroso methyl phenylamine. So nitroso is a substituent, methyl is a substituent, phenyl is a substituent. So we mention all these three. Nitroso group is attached with the nitrogen of function group. So this is N-nitroso. This is N-nitroso, methyl, phenyl, and the function group is amine. And this is actually an yellow color liquid which is insoluble in water. Okay. The name of the reaction is Lieberman's nitroso test. Reaction of secondary amine with nitrous acid will provide a nitroso substituted amine. This test is called Lieberman's nitroso test. Then tertiary amine, as I told already, tertiary amine will give you quaternary ammonium salt. So this is the test to identify the tertiary amine. We take trimethylamine. This is a tertiary amine which combines with nitrous acid. So we get quaternary ammonium salt. So trimethyl ammonium nitrite is formed. Okay. We can take aromatic tertiary amine. So consider aniline C6H4NH2. Hydrogen atoms are replaced by methyl group. So you can call the UPAC name as N, N dimethyl aniline. UPAC name. Common name dimethyl phenylamine. So which is added with a mixture of sodium nitrate and concentrated hydrochloric acid, which will provide nitrous acid, and we get nitroso substituted aniline. Okay. Now nitroso group is attached with the benzene ring. What about in the previous case? When we take a secondary amine, nitroso group will be attached with the function group, NH2 amino group. Nitroso is bonded with nitrogen, so that we call the name as N-nitroso. But here nitroso group is bonded with the benzene ring. Okay, so this is para nitroso N, N dimethyl aniline. So this is assumed as a derivative of aniline. So nitroso derivative of aniline. So this is the test to identify an aromatic tertiary amine. With this, a 5 more question is over. Explain the reaction of amines with nitrous acid. Primary amine provides alcohol. Secondary amine provides N-nitroso product, nitroso substituted product. Tertiary amine will give you quaternary ammonium salt. When you take aliphatic amines, quaternary ammonium salt will be formed. If you take aromatic tertiary amines, you will get para nitroso substituted product. Okay. Next one, important 3 more question. Write a note on carbylamine reaction. So this is an important 1 mark. The carbylamine test is used to identify the primary amine. So primary amine will give you this carbylamine product. Okay. Why we have to call this reaction as carbylamine means the product is called carbylamine. So isocyanide, CN means cyanide. C triple bond N is called a cyanide or nitrile. N triple bond C, which represents what? Nitrogen is bonding with the alkyl group. So this N triple bond C, this is called isocyanide. Generally isocyanates are called carbylamine, so that we call them as carbylamine reactions. Okay. So take a primary amine. Primary amine combines with chloroform and potassium hydroxide. We get isocyanates, that means carbylamine. So we get the product ethyl isocyanide with the liberation of potassium chloride and water. So this is called carbylamine reaction. This is the test to identify the primary amine, and we have one more reaction. In the same manner, we have one more reaction. This is called the mustard oil reaction. This is also a repeated, a public 3 more question. Take primary amine, okay, methylamine, CH3NH2, primary amine. will combine with the carbon disulfide, CS2, carbon disulfide, we get dithiocarbamic acid. Okay. CH3NH, C double bond S, SH. So we get N-methyl dithiocarbamic acid. So what is carboxylic acid? C double bond O, OH, carboxylic acid. Simply we call them as COOH is carboxylic acid. Now this is C double bond S, SH. This is called carbamic acid. 2 sulfur is present. So this is called dithiocarbamic acid. Okay. So we get N-methyl dithiocarbamic acid. Again, this will react with mercury chloride. We get the product isothiocyanate. Okay. CNS means thiocyanate, NCS means isothiocyanate. Okay. So we have already studied different functional groups in 11th. CN cyanide, NC isocyanate, CNS thiocyanate, NCS means isothiocyanate. So we get methyl isothiocyanate as a product in the mustard oil reaction. The formed product methyl isothiocyanate has what smell? Mustard oil smell. So that the reaction is called mustard oil reaction. With isothiocyanate we get the byproducts mercuric sulfide and hydrochloric acid. So we have taken aliphatic amine. One more example can be considered. This is aromatic amine. Take 2 molecules of aniline. So aniline is reacting with the carbon disulfide. There is a liberation of hydrogen sulfide. Okay, so you can easily observe there is a liberation of hydrogen sulfide gas. So we get thiourea, and we know the formula for urea, NH2CO NH2 is called urea, NH2 C double bond S NH2 is called thiourea. Now in the thiourea 2 hydrogen atoms are replaced by 2 phenyl groups, so this is called diphenyl thiourea. Sulfur is present, so we mention sulfur as capital S. Okay, so urea NH2CO NH2, NH2CS NH2 means thiourea. 2 hydrogen atoms are replaced by the 2 phenyl groups, so this is called S diphenyl thiourea. And further heating with the constant hydrochloric acid, we get the expected product isothiocyanate. So in mustard oil reaction, what will be the final product? Isothiocyanate. Now this is aromatic amine, aniline. So from aniline we have obtained phenyl isothiocyanate. So this is called the mustard oil reaction. Next one, electrophilic substitution reaction. So now the benzene ring will involve in the reactions. We take aromatic amines like aniline. Usually the aromatic ring, the benzene ring, will involve in electrophilic substitution reaction. So the incoming electrophile can occupy ortho, meta and para position. The primary substituent will direct the incoming substituent. If the primary substituent is ortho para director, means incoming electrophile will occupy ortho and para position. So we call the primary substituent as ring activating and ortho para directing group. So here we consider the aromatic amine aniline C6H5NH2. Now we have to know amino group is what type of group, whether it is ortho para director or meta director. That we have to find out, then only we can get the expected product in electrophilic substitution reaction. So this is the amino group, and as we know, lone pair of electrons present on nitrogen, a lone pair of electrons are not a localized one. So when we observe the structure of aniline, you may see alternate single bond and a double bond within the benzene ring. So within the benzene ring we have 3 double bond, they are in the alternate positions. So alternate single bond and a double bond is present, we call this as conjugation. Okay. So this pi electron means the nitrogen has a lone pair of electron will involve in delocalization over the benzene ring. The lone pair of electron can come into the ring, so there will be delocalization of pi electron. So due to that, due to the delocalization of pi electron and the conjugation arrangement, electron density will be more at ortho as well as para positions. When you take benzene ring, the electron density will be more at ortho and para position. So that we mention what? Delta negative. So slightly negative charge will be at ortho as well as para positions. Okay. So lone pair of electron is involved in delocalization, so that nitrogen gets a slightly positive charge, and ortho as well as para positions are having more electron density. If electron density is more at ortho and para position, means what about electrophile? The incoming electrophile will occupy ortho and para position. So we discuss about electrophilic substitution reactions of aromatic amine aniline, and amino group is ortho para director because lone pair of electrons on nitrogen is involving in delocalization. There is a conjugational arrangement, so that at ortho and para positions more electron density is there. So incoming electrophile, so E plus is a symbol of electrophile. The electrophile which will attack ortho as well as para position. We get ortho and para substituted product in electrophilic substitution reaction. First one, bromination reaction. Do direct bromination in the presence of water or acetic acid. So add bromine water with aniline, we get a tri-substituted aniline. 2,4,6 tribromo aniline will be formed. This is an important test to identify the unsaturated compound. Okay. What is the test available to identify the substance as unsaturated? Unsaturated means a compound will contain double bond or a triple bond. To identify a compound containing double bond or a triple bond, this bromine water will be added. So this is the reaction of testing the unsaturated compounds. So when bromine water is added with aniline, we get 2,4,6 tribromo aniline, and this is a white color substance. Usually, what is the color of bromine water? Brown color. So the brown color bromine water is added with this organic compound. If you get a white color precipitate, which confirms the reactant aniline is an unsaturated compound. Next, we may do bromination. Selectively, a bromine will be introduced on position, right? So instead of getting a tri-substituted aniline, tribromo aniline is obtained. Instead of getting tribromo aniline, a monobromo aniline can also be obtained. For that, first we have to do acylation process, acylation or acetylation. Okay. So if aniline involves in acylation process, it will give you monobromo aniline. Mono substituted product will be obtained. Directly, if you add bromine water or bromine acetic acid, means you will get only tri-substituted aniline. To get mono substituted aniline, first we have to do acylation process. For that, we may take acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride. So here we take acetic anhydride, CH3COO COCH3, acetic anhydride is added with aniline. We get acetonolite. So hydrogen is replaced by an acetyl group. Okay, so in the aniline, hydrogen of amino group is replaced by the acetyl group. So we get acetonolite. Next, we do bromination. So pass bromine in the presence of acetic acid, we get bromo substituted acetonolite. So this is an ortho para director. So we get para bromo acetonolite as a major product. Then further hydrolysis process will give you para bromo aniline. So this is the method of obtaining mono substituted aniline. So para bromo aniline can be obtained by this method. So due to acylation process, what happens? So during the acylation process, the lone pair of electron on nitrogen will not spread throughout the benzene ring. So it will involve in the delocalization with the acetyl group. So in the acetyl group, we have carbonyl carbon, isn't it? So when we take acetyl group, we have a carbonyl carbon. So the lone pair of electron on nitrogen will delocalize over the carbonyl carbon, so that we get mono substituted aniline as a product. So with this, today's class over. So today we have completed alkylation process, acylation process, benzylation process, reaction of primary, secondary, tertiary amine with the nitrous acid, carbylamine reaction, mustard oil reaction, then finally electrophilic substitution reactions, bromination, how to get a bromo substituted product. So these chemical properties we have completed. Tomorrow we continue some other electrophilic substitution reactions like a nitration, sulfonation. Okay, thank you.